Hello, my name is Elshawn Witherspoon, and I'm here today begging that you please share my story. I live in Mobile, Alabama, and I am being retaliated against, racially discriminated against, and my civil rights are being violated in the most egregious of manners, and no one seems to be willing to help. Each time I go to look for help, they turn on me and they are manipulating paperwork, complaints, police reports, and everything that I try to do to protect myself. I feel like I'm being human trafficked without even being touched. I lived in an apartment complex 3 years ago that used white employees to pose as tenants to harass, intimidate, threaten unaliving, set up for bodily injury, and financially cripple black tenants who stayed there. I was one of them. I didn't know what was going on at the time, and I tried everything the law allows to protect myself. When I called the police, they started to put my police reports into the wrong name. When I tried to talk to a city councilman, he in turn took all of my information and ignored me. He refused to speak with me. I retained an attorney. This attorney delivered a death threat from me from the real estate company. He then turned over attorney-client privilege information to the real estate company, and he abandoned me without any notice. I tried to file a complaint through HUD. They took my application, told me that they were filing it, that HUD wanted to accept it. They wanted to press charges. They had me thinking for an entire year that we were moving ahead with the complaint when the whole time that they were holding it and communicating with me the whole time, getting all of the evidence that I had. And a year later, they just called me and told me that my complaint was closed because I never signed it. I signed the complaint in May of 2022. She told me that she submitted it, and in March of 2023, they sent me another complaint naming the tenant who I got a warrant on as the property manager. That's how I found out she was the property manager. I did not sign it. They refused to correct it, so that she just closed my case because I would not sign the complaint that said Mallory Johnson was the property manager, and I was mad at her for not protecting me against another tenant when she was the tenant who was going into my apartment when I wasn't there, putting oil on the steps to make me slip and fall, slashing my tires, using noise harassment, beating on the ceiling under my footsteps when I walked. She did everything except put her hands on me. I filed an appeal with the regional office of HUD in Atlanta, Georgia. It was picked up in August by 2023 by a Deanna Roby. I submitted so much information to her as evidence that she told me that don't send her anything else until she asks for it. 6 weeks later, she closed my case, saying that the HUD office in Mobile, Alabama said that I applied in August 2022. They never heard from me again, so they closed my case 2 weeks later in August 2022, which was all fabricated. When I tried to talk to her, she, in turn, stopped communicating with me as well. The property was owned at the time by John Stimson. He is the brother of Mayor Sandy Stimson in Mobile, Alabama. If you Google John Stimson, you will see that he's no ordinary property owner. He doesn't just own one real estate company. He owns John Stimson, LLC, in many states. He owns 251 properties in Mobile, Alabama. He's a partner in Bowen Realty in Mobile, Alabama. He owns Gulf Trading in Mobile, Alabama. He's a partner in Southern Pine in Mobile, Alabama. He is a partner of Tricar Holdings, known as Frontier Oil Services in Dallas, Texas. He is a partner in Southern Pine, and he owns Southern Intermobile Express in Mobile, Alabama. He owns Challenger Testing, Engineering Testing in Mobile, Alabama. He's a partner in Hardwoods Unlimited. He's a partner in Title Guarantee of Hawaii. And they own and maintain the largest real estate database in Hawaii. He's a partner in Stewart. He's also sits on the board of Synovius Bank. He's a partner in Richard Murray and Company. He's also a owner of Southern Pine Global. I don't know if I said that one or not. Some of these companies do business all over the world. In the Americas, North and South, in Asia, in Africa. He has connections all over the world. He has the connections to make the things that he doesn't want public go away. I'm being stalked. I'm being harassed everywhere I go. The police think it's a joke. They make fun because they've been assured by this mega rich man that nothing is going to happen to them. I've reached out to the DOJ, the FBI. I've reached out to the ACLU. I even reached out to some black civil rights organizations, and all of them have folded under pressure. No attorney, no one is brave enough and has enough morals to stand up and to do what's right. My family is even bowing to the pressure to do the devil's dirty work. I'm alone in this, and I'm asking for help. Please share my story.